Hello students, my name is Pragati Misra and today we are going to start a new topic, that is group theory. In group theory, firstly we discuss about algebraic system, and an algebraic system consists of two things, that is a non-empty set and a binary operation. So firstly I want to tell you what are the sets and what is binary operation. Since I am starting this topic, so I want to tell you everything. So firstly we will discuss about set. We all know about set. It is nothing but a well-defined collection of objects. Suppose we are collecting some kind of objects which have same properties. Then if we put them in a collection, then that collection is called a set. Suppose I am collecting vowels, then that collection is called set of vowels. If we collect all the integers, then that collection is called set of integers. So we all know, but since I am starting, so I want to tell you this. Now we will discuss what is binary operation. This is also discussed in 12th class, but I want to tell you, let A be a set. A binary operation in the set A, say star, suppose I am taking it as a star, is a function that maps each ordered pair of elements of A to the elements of A. That is, this mapping is the indication of binary operation. Suppose you are taking an element of A, and since it is A cross A, then whichever element you take from here, it will be in ordered pair, since this is the cross product of two sets. So if you take any two elements from this ordered pair and apply this operation over those elements, then you will get an element of A again. If this kind of operation is getting, then you can call that operation as binary operation. This binary operation may be anything. It may be addition, it may be subtraction, it may be multiplication, it may be division. So we will take examples to show what is the binary operation and which binary operation is suitable for any set or not. We will see this. Okay, so I am going to take an example to show what should be the binary operation for a given set. For example, if we take A as the set of integers, so we all know all negatives and all positives including 0 are known as set of integers. So if we see, addition, subtraction and multiplication are the binary operation on A. Suppose I am taking two integers, 1 and 2. Then both belongs to Z. This symbol is known as belongs to. It represents that these two elements are coming from Z. So if we apply the binary operation, that is addition on it, then we get 1 plus 2, because our binary operation is addition here. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and 3 is also an integer, so it belongs to Z. Again, if we take 1 and 2, same integers, then their subtraction, that is, if we apply negative subtraction binary operation here, then 1 minus 2 is minus 1, that is again an integer. So we can see, if we take any two elements of the set A and applying the binary operation on those elements, then we are getting again an element of Z. So these operations are the binary operation on the set A, that is the set of integers. But if we take here, if you see, for the same elements, if you see multiplication as binary operation, then 1 into 2 is 2, that is again a integer. But if we take division, then division is not a binary operation on Z. Since if you take any two elements, suppose I am taking 1, 2 again, 1, 2 belongs to Z. This Z is nothing but the set of integers. This is represented by Z, so I am writing it as Z. So you just understand. This is 1, 2. If division is the binary operation, then if we apply the binary operation over these two elements, then the elements that comes is also an integer, should be an integer. But if we see, the division of these two elements is not an integer. This is not an integer. So what we are getting is that this division is not a binary operation for the set of integers. So in this way we can understand the concept of binary operation on a given set. Suppose if I take the set of rationals. Set of rationals includes set of rationals. This is represented by Q. This includes all those elements of form P by Q, such that PQ comes from set of real numbers, and GCD of P and Q should be 1. If this condition is fulfilled, then we can say the elements are rationals. If you take any element of this set, that is I am taking 1 by 2 and 2 by 3, both are rationals, then addition, multiplication, subtraction as well as division is the binary operation for this set. So all the 4 binary operations are true here. I am not saying that only 4 operations are binary operation. There are more operations that we can apply over any set. So as we will discuss for other terms, then I will tell you about that. So if we take a non-empty set with one or more binary operations, these binary operations may be anything. They may be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division defined over it. That is, if we take any elements of G and apply the binary operation over those elements, then we get the element of G again, and satisfying certain laws. I will tell you about those laws which will satisfy in an algebraic system to form a group or semi-group or anything. I will tell you everything. Firstly, we have to discuss the algebraic system. So you have a non-empty set G with some binary operations that are defined over that set, and yes, they will satisfy some conditions of binary operation with the same set, that is with the given set, and this type of system is called an algebraic system. So if I take a non-empty set G and I will take an binary operation 0 O, suppose I am taking it as O, then this system is called an algebraic system. Now this O may be positive, negative, or multiplication or division. It may be anything, but this type of system is called algebraic system. So I hope you understand this. Now I will tell you what are the certain conditions that should be satisfied by a non-empty set applied with some binary operation. So firstly we will discuss what is a group-iad. A system Z0. I will tell you about an algebraic system. So this is an algebraic system consisting of a non-empty set with a binary operation O. This operation O may be anything. I will tell you, I will take some examples to show what should be a binary operation for a given set. So this is a system that consists of a non-empty set G and a binary operation O is said to form a group-iad. It is called a group-iad if it is closed under the binary operation O. That is, whatever operation we take here, if we apply over the elements of G, then that element which comes after applying the operation O over the elements of G, that will always be an element of G again. If this condition is satisfied, then we call this system is forming a group-iad. Okay, so if I take two elements of G and apply the operation over those two elements, then we get again an element of G. That is, whatever operation is here, we apply over the elements of G, then we are getting again an element of G. This system represents that. This system is known as belongs to. It represents that the element which is here, it is the element of G again. Okay, so I will take some examples to show what is it saying. Example, if we take the set of natural number with binary operation as the usual addition, then it forms a group-iad with the binary operation usual addition. We all know about the set of natural numbers. This is 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. So if we take any two natural number and apply the binary operation of usual addition over the elements of n, then we get again a natural number. If we add the two natural number, whatever they are, if we add them, we again get a natural number. That is, it also belongs to the set of natural numbers. So in general, we can say that if we are taking any AB, where AB are the arbitrary element of n, so if you are taking any element of n, then their sum, that is, the binary operation is addition here. So if we take their sum is always belongs to the set of natural numbers. So this was the example of group-iad, and this is also known as closure property of the set of natural number with the addition as binary operation. Similarly, if we take the set of integers and take addition as the binary operation, then you just take any two integers. I am taking minus 24 and 25. Suppose they are integers and they belongs to Z, then if we apply our binary operation over these two elements, so what we get? 25. This is equal to 1 and 1 is again an integer. So the closure property is satisfied here also. So this also forms a group add with respect to the addition as binary operation. So I hope you understand the concept of group add. So in this way we can check whether the given algebraic system is forming a group add or not. Now I will take our next concept, that is known as semi-group. So now we will discuss about semi-group. What is a semi-group? A system Z0 consisting of a non-empty set G and the binary operation O is said to form a semi-group if these two properties are satisfied. Firstly, I told you about the closure property. What does it say? It says that for all, that is, this is quantifier. The quantifier has their own role in mathematics. So firstly we should learn about the quantifiers. This is for all. This represents that we are talking about each and every element of the given set. So if it is used anywhere, you just understand that it is talking about each and every element. So for all AB belongs to G, it represents that whatever element you choose from there, this is true for every element. So this implies for all AB belong to G, A operation B. This operation may be anything. So A operation B belongs to G. If this condition is satisfied, then we call that the closure property is satisfied. And what is associative law? This is also similar to the closure, but here we will take three elements. So for all, this is again true for every element. For all A, B, C belongs to G, A operation B operation C is equal to A operation B operation C. That is, we just change the brackets and take the same elements, then there is no changing in the value of the elements after applying the binary operation. So I will take some examples to show what is it saying. So again I am taking this example of set of natural numbers with plus as binary operation. I told you about the closure property of the elements of natural number with the binary operation as addition. Now I will discuss about the associative property only. What is it says? If you take any three natural number and just add them by this property, that is, I will add firstly the two elements and then add the third element. That will always be equal to, if you take one element aside and firstly you just add second and third element and then add with first element, you will always get the same result. That is, if we add first 1 plus 2, then 3, and then 1 plus 2 plus 3, the result is always same, that is 6 and 6. So you just understand, if a set satisfied this property with the given binary operation, then that set is said to form a semi-group. Okay. Now the same case arises with the set of integers as well. If we take any three integers, that is, I am taking -1, 1 and 2. These all are integers. If we apply the operation addition over the elements of Z, we get -1 plus 2, and that is equal to -1 plus 1 plus 2. So what it gives? -1 plus 1 becomes 0. So 0 plus 2 is equal to -1. This 2 plus 1 becomes 3. So 2 and 2. So the results are same. So we can say that the set of natural number and the set of integers with the addition as the binary operation are forming a semi group. In our I hope you understand this. In our next video we will discuss about monad and group. So I hope you like this video. If you are liking my content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.